Cuphead. It's definitely my top 5 favourite games of all time. But here's the thing, I never actually completed the game. I've beaten the base game and the DLC on normal mode, but that's all I did. And I wanted to change that. So in today's video, I decided I wanted to defeat the base game and the DLC of Cuphead and earn myself the 300% complete world. Yeah, this was stressful. So before I get into the bosses, let me explain the requirements you need to 300% Cuphead. So it's actually split between the base game and the DLC. 200% to the base game and 100% to the DLC. So in order to 200% the game, you have to beat every boss on normal and expert mode, collect every coin in the game and purchase every weapon in the shop. And for the DLC, you also have to beat every boss on normal and expert mode, defeat everyone in the King's Leap, beat the secret boss and upgrade a curse relic to the divine relic. But I want to challenge myself. I want to show these bastards who's the boss around here. I want to give myself crippling depression because I have no life and zero reasons to be happy. So I added a personal challenge to S rank every boss, which if you didn't know is the highest rank you can get in the game. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I'll also be ranking the bosses when I enter expert mode. And just to be clear, this list is based on the difficulty, my experience and my opinion. So don't go to the comments and type some bullshit like, actually Chef Saltbaker's pretty simple S rank. I can do it while getting pounded by 3 big buff men. Okay, way too much detail little bro. And to be honest, if you think Chef Saltbaker isn't that hard, get help. Please, I'm being serious. Anyway, I made a new build, picked Cuphead and definitely saw and read through the prologue. So after Elder Kettle gave me some booze, I went to the tutorial and grabbed myself the first coin. I then said good riddance to home and went to start my new journey by talking to this flower lady, who then proceeded to give me 3 more coins. Thank you, sunshine. I then headed to Porcrine's Emporium, which sells me weapons and charms. I spent all my money buying the best weapon in the game, the roundabout. I'm gonna go with the roundabout. Once I bought that, I equipped it and fought my first boss, the root pack. Now the first boss is so easy that I could do it on my first try. Shit. That's not a good start. Because I restarted since I wanted to have full health and I also didn't want my ego to get hurt since I am amazing at this game. Oh. What? Alright, fuck it. I don't care that I lost a life. Oh, by the way, I'll explain what every boss does when we get into expert mode since some of them gain new attack patterns. Easy peasy. So now with the root pack defeated, I headed straight towards this tree and fought the next boss, Goopy le Grand.
Good day for a swell battle. It's on.
Oh, my days. No. Let's go. So in every level there'll be 2 gunning runs, which can get 5 coins from each gunning run, so 10 coins per level. So I proceeded to get all 5 coins and finish this gunning run. Woo! So with some more coins, I bought the Smoke Bomb charm, which basically allows me to teleport and not get hit. Now with my new charm, I fought Ribby and Crooks, and beat them on my first try and teabagged on them.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin!
Oh, but that was so close. Oh, what is it? Crap. Frog, please frog. Yes. Take that, nerd. Next I went to this patch of grass and for Cagney Carnation, which doesn't seem that bad. Oh my god.
Here goes.
That's probably the fastest fight ever. Okay, not really. So after that I did another gunning run to get more coins.
Bravo!
So last but not least, we have Hildeberg. So Hildeberg's level is actually a plane level. So instead of my regular weapons on the ground, I use bullets on the plane. Hence why it's called a plane level. So then beat this with flying colours. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed that one as well. I didn't time it correctly. So now with every boss defeated on Inkwell Isle 1, I can get the hidden coin and purchase 2 new weapons, Spread and Lobber. I then went to the dice house and danced with the King Dice. Once I entered Inkwell Isle 2, I tried to fight Baroness von Bonbon and died a couple of times, but I did defeat her on my 3rd try and got her crying like a little bitch. Oh my days. Oh my god! Oh, poo. I thought you could destroy her head. Oh. No, I'm just gonna... Man up. Not man up. Just gonna deal with it. No! I want to use my EX thing. No! Oh my days. Excuse me, where did I die? I went left. My analog stick, I turned to the left. Oh my days, I thought I was gonna die. Okay, now I got hit. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Once that was over, I headed to this pyramid and fought Dimji the Great and beat it on my 1st try. Up here. Oh. Take that. Dickhead. Now I'm up against Beppy the Clown. Now I'll be honest, I was a bit dumb here, especially getting hit in the exact same spot, but I did just about beat Beppy.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
Yeah, crap. Ooh. Oh my god, that was so close. Since I defeated Von Bonbon, I unlocked the Funfair Fever Running Gun, Wally Wobbles, and unofficially the Grim Matchstick if I go around this mountain. So Wally Wobbles is next, and I basically aced it on my 1st try if I didn't fucked it up literally the last second.
Now go.
Okay, this boss is probably the hardest for me in Isle 2. Oh my god. No, oh. If I was just a second later, I actually would have like 3-starred that. Sorry, I would have got like A star, A plus. Guarantee you. But anyway, I did it regardless and went over to the 2nd mausoleum and parried the shit out of every single pervy ghost.
The goons are out tonight.
Here goes.
Yeah, boy. Oh my god. And headed my way to this building and collected another secret coin. So Grim Matchstick was the only boss I struggled with a little bit. It took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no. It took me 3 tries to beat. Oh, it's got pegged by his tail. Oh, I'm so gonna be dead. I'm so dead. This is like the hardest part. And I've got 1 HP to my name. Oh, no. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Oh my days. You've got to be joking. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my god. No, I can't see up there. Yes. Take that, nerd. So once that was done, I went to the Funhouse Frazzle, got every coin there. Oh, thank God. I'm walking on ceiling. Went to Pork Rinds Emporium and purchased the charge shot, and did the Funfair Fever and got every single coin from that gun and run and purchased the crack shot. So now I enter Inkwell R3, also known as No Man's Land. They've got the toughest of the toughest bosses, the Carolina Reaper of the Pepper World, the MS-13 of the Crime Life, mosquitoes of the Animal Kingdom. They've got some serious, well-known bosses on this island, like Werner Roman, Sally Stageplay, and Rimmer Honeybottoms. Anyway, speaking of Honeybottoms, I fought her and won on my first try. Oh boy. Next was Dr. Call's Robot, and oh boy, I remember playing this on my PS4 and getting absolutely pegged by this boss. But now I can beat this boss on my first try. Wait, I can't see, I can see, I was lying. Oh. Wait, explode! There we go. Oh, surely I can like just hop down there. Why am I gated? At least put an actual gate like this one here. Next up was Captain Briny and this boss is actually super simple to fight against. It's basically a free win, and I don't know anyone who actually gets killed by this pleb. Oh, I parried. Well, okay, like clearly I didn't parry, but I was gonna parry. Anyway, I beat him on my second try with 1 HP left to my name. Oh, come on. I wonder if I can just sit right here. Nope, I can't. Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway. So if you get behind the shop here, you can get another secret coin. So Perilous Piers. I hate this gun and run so much with a burning passion. There's too much fish flying about with different RNGs, so you accidentally get hit by a fish off screen while trying to speedrun this gun and run, which leads you to be angrier, therefore rushing this level, and since you're careless, you'll get hit again, and then get even angrier than before, so it's like a loop cycle of annoyingness. Also hate it when you're at the squid. Not the squid itself, I mean, look at this adorable creature, but everything else is annoying. The fact that I have the same space as a coffin home in Hong Kong, so moving around isn't an option. And enemies flying in my face and onto my batty so frequently, and I have to parry this thing so I can destroy this rock with a cannonball. But after many deaths, I finally beat it with 5 coins. Oh, what? I went so far. You know, this is probably one of the hardest running guns in the game because it's just so unpredictable. Sorry, not unpredictable, but too many things could happen. Like that fish. I could have dashed into the fish and died, or lose a heart. No, like here. Like, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, I know what to do, but too much. It's too much. Oh, like, what do I... Oh, I just... Nah. I need to save all my hearts for that last thing. Oh, I missed the coin again. come on. Oh, I actually did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. So next up was Werner Werman. And I kind of died to him like 6 times, to him and Tom. But I was successful on my 7th try. Oh, I jumped into it head first into the plank. I'm such a plank. Oh, you've got to be joking. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to that ball. That was just on me. Well, I jumped. Did I not jump? I thought I jumped over it. What the poo? Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks again. Oh, I deserve that one. Low blow. And again, you know what? Fuck you, man. How am I dying the most on this one? This is easy. Yes. Yes, all the days I struggled the most on this one. I then went to Pork Chop Shop and bought the pea sugar and heart charm. So next was the Rugged Rigged Run and Gun. So while this was still pretty annoying and I did die a few times, I didn't manage to get all 5 coins. I used the second super and just spammed through the final part. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh crap, okay, run. Oh, I didn't expect to be that short. Crap. Oh, gosh. I'm so shit. It's quite embarrassing how shit I am. Okay, go. I can't see. This is not fair. Take that, loser. Once again, I went to Mr. Oinkinson's shop and purchased the Twin Heart Charm. I then fought Sally Stage Play on my first try and... Hang on, I died. That's not in the script. Get it? Because in the theatre and the screenplay has a script. Yeah, that was a horrible joke. But I did beat it on my 2nd try. Oh, you landed on my face. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but you can lose my health. Boom, let's go. Next up was the 3rd mausoleum, and that was pretty simple. Get away from her, you birds. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, yes. Okay, so the second to last boss before I finished Inkwell out of 3 is Carla Maria, and all my days, I hate this boss. Now her attacks are quite simple on their own, but when they're mixed in, yeah, they're annoying. I'm also a little bit of a knobhead, and if you're experienced with this game, you'll understand why with this clip alone, and why it took me so long. Basically, every boss has a hitbox. Some bosses deal the maximum amount of damage, but some hitboxes are only allowed to deal a fraction of the damage, so it will take longer to get in the next phase. And as you can see from this screenshot, you'll see Carla Marie's main hitboxes on her head, and while the other 4 hitboxes are also hitboxes, they're basically bird crap. So I was trying to put my load onto her boobs, but she wanted it on her face. Anyway, so I died many times due to my stupidity, but I was successful after 30 minutes. Crap, oh crap, no. Oh my days. I'm actually doing this for some reason. Not for some reason, I'm actually doing this somehow. Come on, next phase please, I beg. Oh, there we go. Oh, me, my big mouth. How long was that phase, man? Oh, but this, I hate the seahorse. This horse is annoying. A horse with this combo is so annoying. I don't like you. Move out the way. No. Oh, come on. That's so... Why do you even do that much damage? That's so annoying. Oh, this boss can be so aids to fight in expert mode. No, I went too close to the ground. Oh, I was like a kiss. Oh, I could smell victory. Maybe it's gonna blow me again. Oh, how predictable. Oh, how unpredictable I am, though.
A great slam
I could I could be good at this game, then I can't be good at this game. I'm just gonna use my my big missile as a. Oh, I'm gonna use it as a dildo. That's what I'm gonna use it as. I'm gonna use that jail free card thing. So if I'm about to get hit, I'm just gonna use it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I actually did it. Oh my god, I actually did it. Take that, loser. I hate you with all my life. Yes! Ah, 5 minutes. Oh my god, my finger hurts. I used this. I've actually never used this in my life, and surprisingly, it it worked out. So once that hellhole was over, I fought the Phantom Express, which was a lot easier and beat it on my first try. Oh, I pressed X. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I should just stay right here like a pussy and would have been absolutely fine. Oh, that was easy compared to the mermaid, Maria bitch. Forgot, I don't even know her name. So before I go to Inkwell Out of Hell, I wanted to beat the DLC on normal mode first, then defeat the devil so I can unlock expert mode on every boss. So before I enter the casino, I think it'll be better to do Inkwell Isle 4, basically the DLC. Take me to Inkwell Isle 4. So I skip through the cutscene, I use Astral Cookie Charm so I can turn into Miss Chalice. So now we can do the Astral Cookie and we can be Miss Chalice. And for the first boss on Inkwell Isle 4, Moonshine Mob. Oh, you shoved that thing off my bum, how dare you. Oh, I went face first into you. I went face first into you. You know what? Oh, I went over. I went over. But guess what was over? The human centipede. Yikes! Sorry. Oh, no. Oh, right. What? No way. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I know you. Oh my god. Oh wait, I had a shield. Take that, loser. So next up is the King's Leap, which is basically 5 challenges you can do for gold coins. So the first challenge is called the Pawns, which you have to parry all the pawns ahead in order to win. Anyway, this is going to be super duper annoying since the pawns can spawn even after you've parried them, and they become faster and faster. Basically, you have to parry everything in these challenges. I then proceed to steamroll the rest of the challenges. Just one more. There we go. Get head bagged.
Now go!
Yes. Take that, donkey.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
Oh boy. There we go. That was simple.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
There you go. There we go, sunshine.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
Oh my gosh, oh my god. I then went to the pork department and purchased the heart ring, twist up, and the converge weapons. Next up was Glumstone the Giant, and this boss is pretty simple on normal mode and beat it on my second try. Next up was Mortimer Freeze, and while I did retry my first attempt, on my second attempt I raged and retried again. I did beat it on my third and final attempt. Next up was the Howling Aces. And before I say anything important, smash. Wait, come back. Anyway, it took me a couple of tries to beat this boss, but I did beat it with 1 HP to spare. Next up was Esther Winchester, which is actually one of my favourite bosses of the DLC level, well in normal mode mainly. So before I fight Chef Saltbaker, I went to the tutorial for the DLC, which basically tells you how to use Miss Chalice, and I only did it for the extra coin. What does this do? Oh, it's going here. Double jump the 4th time. This. That. And boom. 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 There we go. I then went to Pork Grind's Emporium and purchased the Broken Relic. I then talked to the Felix the Cat Doppelganger and got 3 free coins. I then went back to this piece of bacon and bought the whetstone. Look at the white stones. I need 1 more coin. No, I don't need 2 more coins. I can't do math. I then went to Chef Epstein's sex dungeon. Chef Saltbaker's secret lair. Wee. Oh. What's this? Is this Epstein's island? Is this the sex dungeon? Epstein? Is that you?
Here goes.
Oh, I forgot how ass this is. I actually forgot how ass this is. Oh. No way. Oh. Oh, this was the worst. No way. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Wee. Oh. No. Wee. Now, after taking a very long piss, I eventually came back and headed all the way up to Inkwell Hell and fought the King Dice. Once King Dice was over, I headed next door and confronted the devil himself. Once he was defeated like a little bitch, I went all the way back to Inkwell Isle 1 and fight every single boss again, but this time in expert mode and going to get the S rank, starting with the root pack. So when you fight the root pack, a potato will spawn on the right side of your screen and will shoot 3 balls of dirt at you and a worm which you can parry. His rate of fire will increase twice before going back to his normal speed, and he will repeat this until you kill him. Next is an onion that will spawn in the middle of your game and will start crying, you know, since he's an onion. His teardrops will fall from the sky and you have to dodge them while trying to kill the onion. Some of his teardrops are able to be parried as well. Last but not least, we have a carrot. This guy will summon mini carrots that will slowly home towards you, but you can shoot them to get rid of them. Then he will summon a laser beam from his third eye and will track your position before firing. He's going to shoot 3 laser beams 3 times, then switch to the baby carrot attack. He will repeat this attack until you kill him. So obviously this boss deserves to be in D tier. Next up was Gloopy Legrand. He raises his hat before trying to sit on you. He then repeatedly jumps around and will also try to punch you. Once he enters the second phase, he just becomes bigger. But since he's bigger, there's less space to move and also he becomes slightly faster. In his third phase, he becomes even bigger. Nah, I'm joking, he becomes a tombstone and will move side to side and will occasionally slam dunk on you. In his fourth phase, the gravestone becomes even bigger and you win. Yeah, there was no fourth phase. D tier. So next up is Kagani Carnation, and he has like a bunch of attacks. Like in phase 1 alone, he will have an attack that summons a boomerang and that will curve around the player. Up next is a move that shoots slow moving seeds that gradually speed up. He basically becomes a pea shooter. And lastly in phase 1, he cranks out right in front of us and shoots out his seeds. Dude, kids are probably watching this. Then those seeds fall from the top of your screen and once they hit the ground, they become minions. The different colours of seeds will produce different minions. Then in phase 2 it gets even more angry and covers the entire floor with vines, so you have to use these platforms to move. The main attack here is I can summon 1 or 2 vines onto the platform, so then you have to move to a different platform that doesn't have vines, or the vines will sprout up and hit you. Also it will shoot out a flower or 2 and you have to just dodge them while dealing damage to Kagni. Also some of these flowers can be parried. So that is how you defeat Kagni Carnation. C tier mainly because I was spunked on. Now we have Ribby and Croak. So first off with Croak. Croak will spell some fireflies which are literally on fire and will slowly move closer to you. And with Ribby it will shoot out an energy wave that is shaped like a fist. And some of those fists can be parried. Once they enter second phase, Ribby turns into Sonic the fucking Hedgehog and Croak turns into a fan. The ultimate duo. Croak will just spin around and push you closer to Ribby while he's simultaneously doing his first move attack. And a brand new attack where he would summon 3 ringed balls. Then they will enter their third phase, which requires cannibalism. They then do a fusion dance and turn into a casino slot. So in the last phase, the slot machine will shoot out 3 coins at you until the crank, which turns pink, which you can parry it. Then there are 3 random attacks that can happen. A tiger that spawns on platforms and will have orange balls bouncing up and down, and you have to time your jump so you won't get hit by the platforms or the balls. The next attack is a snake, which in short is a rapid fire platforms that increasingly goes faster. Finally we have the bull. Platforms will spawn in and float to the middle of the screen and will shoot out either up or down, and you obviously have to dodge their attacks by going up and down. This then continues until his HP is gone. C tier. I didn't know the first mausoleum, and the reason why I didn't do this beforehand is because the first special is kinda ass. Next up, and definitely one of the hardest bosses in Inkle R1, Hildeberg. Now, Hildeberg is a big old dick. Her half phases, according to the wiki, and her last phase are such a pain to S rank. But first in phase 1 she spawns the Zeppelins, and they have 2 types. The purple one, which shoots out with your 1 bullet, that has a chance to be pink, and the green one, which is basically a shotgun and shoots out 5 bullets, which can never be pink. She also laughs at you, so don't get hit by the laughing onomatopoeia. Now in the next phase she'll either turn into one of these things. So one thing she can turn into is a ball called Taurus, and will jab at you every few seconds, and that's really it for this phase. Next up, Hildeberg will turn into twins. Oh no. It's not that bad since they don't do anything but summon a spinning vortex that shoots out basically a rotating laser beam, so you have to follow the direction that the bullets are rotating to and not get hit. Lastly, Hildeberg turns to Sagittarius, the muscular Robin Hood. He fires a massive arrow at you and 3 blue stars will come out and home towards you. And when I mean home, they ain't leaving you. But your best bet is to use your super right before Sagittarius is about to fire his arrow. Now in between those mini phases, Hildeberg will basically go back to her first phase, but there's another attack where she summons Tornado that will slightly follow you. Now the worst phase is here. She becomes the fucking moon and takes up half the screen, fat bitch. UFOs will come out of her mouth and will blast a vertical beam. There are 2 types of UFOs, a red one and a brown one. The red UFOs will only attack when you're directly under them. A brown UFO will attack you just before you fly under it. So yeah, there's a lot of dodging, and to make things worse, stars will fly towards you at random, but some of them can be parried, so it's not that bad. Yeah, this took me like 35 minutes to S rank. I finally did it in the end, and honestly, beat it. I then went over to Inquire L2 and headed over to the red light district and asked this guy to fondle my balls. And in return, he gave me a coin. I don't think that's how that works. Now the first boss I wanted to battle was Baroness von Bonbon, since she's the easiest boss to fight right now. So in the first phase, there's a chance that 3 mini bosses out of the 5 will actually fight you. So the first mini boss is Lord Gobpacker, and all he does is chase you very slowly. He also has 2 mini gobbers that will also follow you, but you can't attack them. The second mini boss is Convincing Candy Corn. Now he just follows an 8-shaped pattern and will occasionally summon tiny candy corns. Next we got Mufsky Chernikov, and he basically does a slam attack followed by a shockwave. Fourth we got Greedy Gumball, so he just goes back and forth while spewing up and raining down gumballs. Lastly we got the Weasley Waffle. She will fly around and split into 9 pieces, and she will shoot out her pieces either in a directional direction or up, down, left, right direction. Next is the second phase, which the castle will start crawling towards you, and occasionally will spit out a giant peppermint which you can parry. Bonbon will also spew out her own head and will home onto you, and in expert mode she will summon 2 heads to kill you. They will repeat these attacks until she is dead. C tier. Next up is Beppy the Clown. Now you either love him or hate him. I personally hate this boss with a burning passion. Anyway, in the first phase, Beppy will hop onto his bumper cart and will try and arrange his bumper cart, then charge straight at you at full force. While he's doing that, cardboard ducks appear and you have to shoot them, but if you don't, you're just going to get hit and lose your HP. Some of those ducks carry a light bulb, and if you're directly under them or shoot them, they will drop the bulb and cause a fire. Some of them can also be pink. Once he enters the second phase, he will turn into an airhead and will spawn balloon dogs to attack you, and occasionally the train will come in on the floor of the level and you have to jump over it and the people on the carriage. The nose on the train will always be pink, so you can boop its snoot, and the train will appear from this phase all the way to the end. Next is the fourth phase, and he will start riding a Charlie horse. Pause. He will drop down from the ceiling either side, and depending on the colour of the Charlie horse, they will have different attacks. If the Charlie horse is green, then he'll shoot out a group of 3 horseshoes that will travel up and down in a wave motion to the other side of the screen. One of the shoehorns can be parried as well. If the Charlie horse is yellow, it will shoot out a row of yellow horseshoes which can appear at the top of your screen and drop down, but there's always an opening you can go to not get hit. But there's definitely going to be the train from the last phase, which will make it a bit harder. Now finally we have the last phase. If you will turn to this thing, and will spawn in moving platforms, which you have to go on since the train now goes ridiculously fast. He also summons 4 penguin clowns from his mouth, and they will shoot out baseballs and aim towards you. He repeats these attacks until you kill him. Anyway, in my opinion, B tier. Next up is Danger the Great, and this motherfucker has 5 phases. So in his first phase, he will summon a chest, and that will spawn in any of these attacks. They will either spew out a chest full of jewelry, which some of them can be pink, 3 blue and 1 pink scimitars, which will track your last location and go towards it. And finally, 2 cats will be sent out and will pop out a homing cat scarabs, and some of them can also be parried. And while this is happening, he will summon 2 skulls from his head. Once he enters his second phase, he will turn into many pillars and you have to shoot the section with his big old face on it so you can progress. Now there isn't a certain amount of pillars on this phase since it's tied to his health. Oh yeah, and watch out for these little cretins. In phase 3, he turns into a coffin, but he strips down to reveal this thing, and it will shoot out 2 eyeballs that will move in a wavy pattern. While this is happening, some mummy ghosts will spawn in, and if you go into them, you lose health. And the ghosts will move at various speeds. And once you've done phase 3, he goes into phase 4 and brings out a ghetto Pinocchio called Cuphead. Cuphead will always spawn on the right side and will only move in this area. He'll then stop and start using his pea shooter a couple of times, but some of those bullets can be parried. While that is happening, a turban will float around and will stop to attack you by spewing out 4 bullets slowly turning counterclockwise. Now finally in the last phase, Divji becomes a part of the body positivity movement and will start to shoot out a projectile from his turban. While he does that, there will be pyramids that will float around and will occasionally fire out a 4-way beam of dark energy. He then repeats his attack until you kill him. C-tier. Now we have the 2 hardest bosses in Inkwell Hour 2. First, Grim Matchstick. So in the first phase, Grim will fire 3 ring-shaped projectile rays at you, and he can also shoot a massive fireball which can go in a wavy pattern. He also uses his tail by jabbing at me at the bottom of the screen. You can avoid this by paying attention at the bottom of the screen and the sound of his tail wiggling. You can also spit 2 fireballs at the same time, so they scissor each other. So he'll just repeat these 2 attacks until he goes into phase 2. So in the next phase, he will stick his tongue out and a bunch of marching fireballs will come out, and some of them will have this animation cue for them to jump at your face at super fast speed. Now that's all for phase 2. Don't let this simple phase confuse you though, since this phase is a real pain in the ass. Next is his last phase, also known as Fuck Me I Want to Die. So in this phase, you face a 3-headed Grim. The heads will shoot out a couple of cluster fireballs that spin a plus direction if you shoot them. And the middle head becomes a fucking flamethrower, which you have to stay at the top to not get hit. You then repeat these 2 attacks until you kill him. Fucking A tier. Next up is Wally Wobbles. Now before I explain this boss fight, I just need to say this. Man, fuck you, and your kid. Anyway, now I got that off my chest. At the start, Wally Wobbles shoots eggs that break into 5 fragments once they hit the left side of the screen. He'll also transform his head into a hand, firing 3 large bullets at you. Now after taking enough damage, Wally gets really pissed, where he repeatedly flaps his wings, firing a burst of feathers. He then stops and takes a breather, then repeats this attack. And while these are happening, birds will fly onto the screen, which you have to either dodge or shoot them. The last bird will always be parryable. Once he enters his second phase, Wally just leaves and replaces him with Willy. Now Willy will fly around your screen and will have 6 spiky eggs moving around him, and they can also expand and contract. These eggs can also block bullets. Now Willy here isn't completely useless, he has a fucking space gun. But the bullet coming out of the gun will always be parried. Take that, stupid bird. Now after taking enough damage, he turns into a right bitch, and then brings back Daddy to finish the job. In the third phase, Wally's head occasionally becomes a bin and starts spewing out random objects that will try and hit you, and a few of those objects will be pink so you can parry them. He will also stomp on his chest with his feet and his heart will go up. The heart fires a 3-bullet spread before returning back to the Wally. The 2 birds carrying Wally's fat ass will also occasionally vomit out a pill that will split in half and aim at your last location. He would repeat these attacks until his health is depleted. Fucking S tier. Swiftly moving on, we enter Inkwell Hour 3, and the first boss we fought is Rima Honeybottoms. As we start phase 1, we actually don't fight Honeybottoms yet, we instead fight the security guard. He will literally grab a bomb straight from his cheeked up black hole asshole, and said bomb will have 5-second delay until it blows up and releases in an 8-way direction. 4 of those spikes will be pink. So while that's happening, 2 other things will happen at the same time. The main thing is that boiling honey is constantly rising up, so then you have to use these platforms to go up and not get hit. The second thing that's happening is that a worker bee will fly in looking very tired, and then they'll fling their suitcase in the air if they get killed. After we do enough damage, the security guard will act like a baby, and then we have Honey Bottoms fighting us. She'll perform these attacks in no specific order. She'll create a triangle that will shoot out 3 triangles from each corner, and those triangles are pink so you can parry them. And the next thing she can summon, she makes a circle and it slowly chases you. She then has an attack where she then goes to the middle of the screen and she it's connected by a chain. She then spits out 6 B missiles on each side and they flow in an S pattern. Now finally, in the last phase, she now identifies as an attack helicopter. Literally. She'll fire to the bottom of the screen and then slowly move side to side while firing some fists at you. And they have a weird pattern so they threw you off. She then moves to one side of the screen and then turns one of her wings into a chainsaw. So you have to move to the opposite side. You then do this until the health is depleted. C tier. Next up is Captain Brinybeard. So when starting the fight in phase 1, he'll only pull out an octopus and wanks him off, and it shoots out a projectile and some of them can be parried. Also throughout the entire boss fight, a barrel at the top of your screen will move back and forth with a malicious intent of sitting on you. Wood. After it slams its wood on the ground, it'll have an innocent face like it's a born again virgin, before relapsing and wanting my wood again. After taking enough damage, 3 sea animals will start attacking and will be in a rotation. First we have the Kraken. It spawns in and doesn't actually attack you, nor does the ink blobs. Next we have the Shark. The Shark comes up on the left side of the screen and tries to bite that cake of mine, then retreats like nothing ever happened. Next we have a periscope that will show at the bottom right of the screen, and a couple of dogfish are spawned and they try to bite my petunia by waddling over to me, but you can shoot them to stop. After taking some damage, the ship itself will start chewing and spits out a literal cannonball. So in phase 2 we only fight the ship, specifically the uvula, which is the throat punchy back thingy. The uvula will first spit out fireballs in a circular motion, then the ship will close its mouth and fire a massive laser beam. You can dodge this by constantly parrying at the top, or the much easier solution, duck. But be wary since the barrel from the beginning is still here and will still hit you if you're under it. Soon enough, the final phase will be finished and Captain Brinybeard will be done. B tier. Next up is Sally's stage play. She has 4 attacks in her first phase, but they're pretty simple. Her first attack is her jumping in the air and spins her way down towards you. Her second attack is similar to the first one, but instead of spiraling towards you, she throws a fan at you, and if you don't get hit by a fan, then the fan will just stays on the floor, acting like a mousetrap. Her third attack is her umbrella, swallowing her whole body, then Hulk smashes you from the ceiling. The final attack in the first phase, she blows a kiss and her heart comes out which you can parry it. In the second phase, she still keeps her first and second attacks, but now she spins her parasol which spawns in 4 wind up mice toys, and they will follow the floor, go up the sides and on the roof, and once they reach around top of you, they fall down very slowly. While this is happening, Sally's kids will throw a milk bottle at me that can also deal damage. In the next phase, she becomes an angel, and in this phase, she has one of the biggest attacks in the entire game. A meteor, a massive wave, and lightning. So after you accomplish the hardest phase in the game, you finally get to go to the final phase. She turns into an angel, but doesn't attack you directly. Her parasol falls down and moves from side to side and constantly chases you. While this is happening, the audience will throw roses at the stage, which you have to dodge, but some of them will be pink and can be parried. After Sally takes more damage, she will finally die. It was actually really easy, so D tier. Next is Werner Werman, or preferably Tom and Jerry. In the first phase, Jerry has 2 main attacks. His first attack is the cherry bomb. Jerry will start shooting out a couple of these cherry bombs that will yeet out of the cannon and land on the floor, and once they hit the floor, fireballs will come out on each side that will also damage you. Next attack is that he'll pull out a catapult that will shoot at random junk and chewed up gum which can be parried. After one of these attacks, Jay will send out 2 springboards on the ground and then he'll charge you with full force. Now you have to either perfectly time your parry so you don't get squished by Werner and not lose HP, so you can S rank this boss and not have so many tries that you could probably spend more time with your family, get a job, or have a simple life plan. But you have to finish this video since it's taken 2 months to beat the game. Create the script and edit and realistically spend more time on the script since your fat, lazy, overgrown waste of space is just wasting everyone's time. So you have to resort to cuddling your anime wifey body pillow that appreciates everything I do while listening to ASMR mommy roleplays on YouTube before I can sleep to feel loved. Or you could just dash over him. What the fuck am I doing in my life? And then once he enters the second phase, he'll start using his flamethrower on both sides of the screen that will damage you, but you can dodge it by either going to the bottom or the top. But while this is happening, the side of the screen are bottle caps that will spin around and extend their arms, and sometimes the entire wall will extend their arms, so you either have to smoke bomb to the side or dash. And he will then repeat these attacks until he goes to his third phase. So once we enter the final phase, we face Tom himself. One of his attacks is him extending his arms and slamming his claws onto the ground so violently, the same way I spank you, and slams his claws on the ground so violently that he will eventually get arthritis. After he does that, a bunch of wooden boards will fall from the sky, falling from side to side. He also has another attack move where he summons the spirit of the rats, and they will sometimes summon a pink projectile that 1, you can parry, obviously, and 2, if those projectiles hit the ground, they'll split into 2, which those can be parried. You can destroy the ghost, and therefore you won't get any balls in your face, or you can just kill 1 to lessen the load, like I did. Anyway, continue the fight until you kill Tom. C-tier. So next up is Dr. Carl's robot. I honestly would rather get 2 pencils, stab them in my eyes repeatedly so there's no more blood gushing out, wait until I get a painful infection, spend 6 months in solitary confinement, then spontaneously implode, even after my death, a hobo starts pissing on my grave, instead of S-ranking this boss. So in his first phase, there are 3 areas that will cause damage to you. First is his head. A little dongle will be there and will shoot out a massive laser that will fire at your last location. Next is his chest, where a cylinder robot thingy will come out and they will shoot lasers vertically and will move slowly to the right. The only thing you can do is parry it since it doesn't take any damage. And this thing will always be pink, by the way. Lastly, we have his belly button, and they will summon a couple of C-shaped drones that will follow in this pattern. Now if you're noticing, which you should be, if not then subscribing to this channel would be nice. I know you haven't done it yet. His old attack will be gone and a new one will happen. Like if you were to destroy his dongle, it becomes angry and turns to an ultimate Gok 9000. His belly button will now be infested with homing bombs. Now they have a huge radius when detonated when hitting the player or other bombs, but you can shoot them for them to explode at a convenient area. Lastly, once his chest is gone, he'll start wanking violently. Oh, never mind. He'll either extend and twist his arms in the middle of the screen, then contract them while spewing out his electric orb thingies, or he will either bring out a magnet at the bottom left, which will attract the player to slowly move towards it. Finally, after all that is done, we enter stage 2. Oh, come on! In stage 2, the head will constantly move back and forth, flying off screen and flying back into the screen. And if you're in the way, you get hit. Every time it flies off screen, a homing bomb will spawn in and will obviously try to hit you. This stage is really short and basically instant if you use your special attack right here. So now we're done of second phase and enter the third phase of this hellhole. Dr. Carl will now put out a red or blue gem out of the robot's mouth, which shoots out lasers at you. On paper, doesn't sound that bad, but we're playing Cuphead, so we have this. Kill me. You also have to keep in mind that you have to dodge these electrified walls that will constantly appear, also block your bullets. So once that is done, you finally defeat Dr. Carl. There you go, crackhead. So next up is Carla Maria. Now luckily I know about the hitboxes in this game, so she becomes slightly easier. I mean, it went from a 10 to like a 9 on the difficulty scale, so she still fucked me up, but unlucky for her, I'm into that. Anyway, in her first phase, she has many attacks, like she'll summon a fish. Now depending on the colour of the fish, 2 different attacks will happen. If the fish is red, the fish will burst out a spread of fiery fish. If the fish is yellow, the fish will spit out an electrified dolphin that will slightly home towards you. Next, she'll vomit out 3 ghost pirate simps that will charge towards you. Then there are attacks that will happen while those 3 main attacks are happening, like the seahorse, which will spew out ocean water which will follow you, and the water will actually push you up. Next is the turtle and he'll move right to left, firing bombs in the sky that will explode, and then will release shrapnel in an 8-way direction. Lastly, we have the pufferfish. These pufferfish will just float up, and if you get hit by them, you lose health. And some of these pufferfish will be pink, so you can pirate them. Now according to the wiki, depending on the level difficulty, the formation would either be looser if in simple mode or tighter if in expert mode. And since I'm in expert mode, Carla Maria was tight. So with Carla Maria performing a main attack and a passive attack, you can only attack while she's attacking and not mid-attack. In the second phase, she basically becomes Medusa. She will summon a couple of electric eels that will shoot out a spread of bullets, per eel, so you can reduce the bullet hell by shooting and killing the eels. Now while this is happening, Calamari will occasionally shoot out a massive ray that will turn you into a stone. So once you become stoned, you have to put in 22 inputs to set free. So basically, spin your joystick around. This then continues until you enter phase 3. Once you enter phase 3, you'll travel into this cavern, and there are also spiked columns that randomly appear in this phase. The snakes will now summon a bubble that will have a skull inside that moves up and down and will hurt you. Now Calamari will still use the stone ray attack, but now it's a ghost that you cannot dodge whatsoever. But if you look at this video, you notice that when the speedrunner fought the third phase, they're right in front of Calamari, since you won't get hit by the stone ghost or the bubble ghost. You can still get hit by the spiked walls and columns, but you can just look over here and know if you're about to get hit or not. And that's exactly what I did. Once her health is depleted, you finally defeat her. Go in S tier, you bitch. Last but not least on Inkwell Hour 3 is the Phantom Express. The first phase of the Phantom Express is a ghost called Blind Spectre. He will attack by banging his eyeballs on the ground, and then those eyes bouncing towards you, and therefore dealing damage, but you can't destroy the eyeballs. Oh, and by the way, this entire level, you can only stand on this platform here, and if you jump onto these parry things, you get to move the platform either side. But in the first phase, flying pumpkins will fly on either side, and they will do a dookie exactly where the pink things are on the platform. But their dookies are pink, so you can parry them. Or you could just shoot the pumpkins so they drop their dukes wherever they die. After you deal enough damage to Blind Spectre, you will enter phase 2. So this skeleton is called the Conductor. He will pop out of the cart, he attacks wherever his two hands are, and pop out again in a different area to perform another attack. So you have to move your cart under his skull in order to not get hit. Oh yeah, and the flying pumpkins are also here, so you have to shoot them or parry them. Oh, and the skull does have a hitbox, by the way. Learned that the hard way. Once he's dead, you'll now enter phase 3. So in phase 3, these two lollipop things will break out, and their only attack is them raining down lightning towards you till the end of the screen. This is the only attack, and they both have to die in order to beat this phase. So instead of those flying pumpkins, we now have spooks. Spook will come out of the smokestacks area in the middle and will home onto you. They can be killed, and when they are killed, a pink skull will drop just like the pumpkin poop. They can hit you, they can move your cart, or they can be parried. Once you defeat them, you can now move on to the last phase. In the last phase, the cab gets very angry, but then it grows legs. Occasionally, a ring of bones will shoot out of the nose and will move across the screen if the ring is at the same level as you. In order to attack the cab, you have to parry the end thing of his tail. Once you do that, the gate in the middle of his body will open up, and this is the only thing that can deal damage to the cab. Once it opens, fireballs will fly out and it'll be like raining fire. After a bit of time, the gate will close and you have to parry the tail again in order to deal damage. Chaser or Crackshot will be very useful here, since you could just focus on dodging the fireballs and the bone ring. Once he's taken enough damage, the cab is dead. B tier. I then got the last coin I needed from this lady and purchased the Chaser. And now we have every weapon in the game. Now we enter Inkwell Hell. There's only two bosses in Hell, and they're the King Dice and the Devil himself. So first is the King Dice. He owns the casino, so there you haram of him. It's slightly different to every boss which I've fought. Before you have the chance to fight him, you have to play a game. You have a mini board and a dice, which is pink. You need to parry the dice, which only has numbers 1 to 3. The actual board has a start, mini boss, safe, start over, and fin. The start is obviously where you start. A mini boss is when you fight a mini boss. Every number which has a mini boss is fixed with a boss, so there's no randomness. Some of the mini boss's spaces will give you an extra heart, with a max of 3 per board. A safe is when you can't attack a boss. A start over is when you start all the way back to the beginning. A fin is when you start to actually fight King Dice. So I only fought 3 bosses, since that's all you need to fight the big man himself. So if you want to know about the other characters, then go look on YouTube. You're literally on YouTube right now. It's not that difficult. So for the number 3, 6 and 7. So 3 is Mr. Wheezy, which is a massive cigar. So this takes place between 2 ashtrays, and he'll constantly spit out a fireball that will do a loop-de-loop across the screen. You'll also have cigarettes flying between the space, so you need to time your jump perfectly, since Mr. Wheezy can move between ashtrays. Once you do enough damage to Mr. Wheezy, he'll finally be dead. Next is number 6, which is Fear Lap. This level is a plain level and it only has one attack, which is shooting at a present. Travels for a bit before exploding and shooting out golden horseshoes in an 8-way direction. At least one of these horseshoes will be pink, so you can parry it. While this is happening, a derby race is happening literally right below you. Now 90% of the riders here are just skeletons riding a horse, but there are also ones with a cloak which if you're underneath the ghost, they'll fly right up to you. Now this doesn't seem so bad by itself, but the worst part isn't the battle itself, it's the battle with your vision. See, the foreground blocks your view so you can barely see what's happening, or what's about to happen. This is the reason why I lost 3 hearts during this mini boss alone. This then continues until the boss is defeated. Last I got is number 7, Piruletta. She basically moves side to side, which you need to parry with chips, which will turn them into temporary platforms, then jump over Piruletta, or you could just dash or roll. After her side to side dance, she will spin around and shoot out roulette balls into the air and they will rain down on you. There'll be a small opening for you to escape through, or once again, you could just dash or roll. This will repeat until you kill her. Now back onto the board game. I then went on to the main boss fight with the King Dice himself. King Dice only has one move, and that is summoning cards from his hands. 12 cards will walk across the screen in a row, and in those 12 cards, 4 random cards will be pink, so you can parry them. You need to parry those cards in order to not get hit, because there's no other place to stand. After he performs the attack, there'll be a few seconds which can deal damage to him. But I do have the crank shot, so I can deal damage while parrying the cards. Once he's taken enough damage, the King Dice will perish. B tier. The last boss in the base game is the devil himself. So once you enter, you have the options to give the souls you collected. If you want to fight the boss, you press no. But if you say yes, you give everyone souls, including yours. So you kinda turn into a purple minion. So you need to decline his offer. In phase 1, he'll attack you by using 2 things. One is the staff. He will use the staff to create projectiles like creating 4 crystal balls that will bounce around the room, creating 5 fireballs with eyes. 4 of those fireballs will revolve around the center ball and home towards you. Lastly, he'll create 6 fireballs that will be in a hexagon formation, which will home towards you. By the way, in every attack he does, there's at least 1 fireball or crystal ball that can be parried. The second way he'll attack is by shapeshifting. The first thing he transforms into is a spider, then proceeds to slam dunk on your fat ass a couple of times. Next thing he'll transform into is the goat. Not that goat. He'll extend his arms off screen and then bring them back to the middle to squish you. You can dodge this by jumping, performing a double jump, or use your EX move so you won't get hit. The last thing he'll transform into is a serpent. His head turns to this thing, and then starts from the left or the right, he'll go all the way to the other side. Obviously, the body has a hitbox, so you do take damage, but this attack mainly gets you hurt by his minions, which will come out the either side. But you can shoot them so they die. You then enter the Devil's Hole in order You then go into the Devil's Hole in order to enter phase 2. Now in phase 2, you will have 5 floating platforms to stand on, and he will throw 2 attacks at you. The first attack is that will join his eyes together, and that will summon a fiery axe that will move in a spiral movement. Another attack is a bat bomb that will come out of either his left or right ear. You can either move to the other side, or you can parry it to this armor bomb. While this is happening, a flaming ring will fall down from the sky, or the top of hell, and deal damage to you. And then once the devil becomes very angry, he will then move into phase 3. The platforms go from 5 to 3, and the devil will start using his minions to attack you. 2 massive winged demons will spawn on the left and the right. They will occasionally spew out skulls which will attack you. Some of those skulls will be pink, so you can parry them. They can be shot down with enough damage, but the devil will spawn new ones eventually. While this is happening, there's a group of small blue winged demons. They will appear at the top of his head, and they'll start to spring their wings and then attempting to home towards you by flying at you before returning to the top of the screen. You can also shoot these enemies down. So once that is done, the devil will have a mental breakdown, and now we're on to his last phase. Now since he's crying, he will cry out tears that can always be parried. Oh yeah, and also there's only 1 platform. And the fiery rings still fall, so to not get hit you have to parry his tears to dodge the ring. And this right here is proof that I am so shit and that Miss Chalice is quite OP. Don't judge me please. After dealing enough damage, the devil will go insane and we have finally won. A tier. But we have not won the war yet, since we have to fight the DLC bosses. Once we enter Inqua R4, we straight away head towards to fight Glumpstone the Giant. So in this level, there are 5 pillars that you have to stand on, since if you stay on the floor for a short amount of time, some gnomes will stick their heads in your ass. I warned you, but the pillars will go down into the ground, so you have to move from one to another. So during the first phase, he'll perform these attacks. He'll first turn his nose into a whistle and blows on it, kinda like what your girl did to her birthday cake. And my dick. Then a swarm of flying geese will fly onto the screen, which if they hit you, you lose health. So depending on the pillar you're on, you either have to move to the next pillar, duck, or just run on the floor. Next he'll grab a bear and pull it close to himself until it reaches the 4th pillar, which if you do get hit by the bear, you lose health. Lastly he'll grab his mouth and oh my fucking god. 2 gnomes will start cooking and the gas clouds will come out flying towards you, and some of those clouds can be pink so you can parry them. Also the gnomes will sometimes pop out of the ground and will dance for a bit until they shoot out this gold thing which will damage you. And some of them will climb up the pillar and horny bonk you twice. Once you deal enough damage, we now enter phase 2. In phase 2, the platforms go away and now you can freely walk on the ground. Glumpstone will have these puppets that will throw a ball onto the ground and will bounce to the other puppet. If you get hit by the ball, then you lose HP. And they can lower themselves to change where the ball bounces. While this is happening, the gnomes will pop out of the ground and some of them will be pink, so you can parry them, but all of them can be defeated by shooting them. Once you deal enough damage, you'll enter phase 3. In stage 3, you're now in the stomach and you'll stand on the heads of these skeletons, since if you touch the stomach acids, you die. Now this weird looking thing, which apparently according to the wiki is called a ulcer, whatever it's called, moves side to side and will spit out either a chicken drumstick or a bone onto the platforms. If the drumstick is spat out, it will go towards any of these platforms and then submerge them into the acid. If it's the bone, the skulls won't eat it, it will instead open its mouth and show a bell which can be parried. If you parry the bell, all the skulls that have been submerged will resubmerge, allowing you to jump onto those platforms again. While this is happening, these scuba diving gnomes will appear and blow a dart horizontally, which some of them can be parried. Also the gnomes can be shot down. Once you see this thing start spazzing out, that's when you know the boss is defeated. Honestly, A tier. Next is Mortimer Freeze, and this guy is a big old salty vagina. The main issue I had with Mort is that in the entire fight, the parries were either very hard to get or don't spawn at all. Also, his second phase is utterly shit. So this is why it took me 2 fucking hours to complete. I hate myself. Anyway, once you enter this boss battle, he uses any of these 3 random attacks. His first attack is that he will extend his cape so that you can summon 4 icicle monsters that will plonk onto the ground and then run around, but they can be shot to get out of the way. The next attack he'll summon is a giant orange whale, also known as Donald Trump's mother, and the whale will slam down onto you. The last thing he will use is a crystal ball, and that will shoot out cards. And some of those cards can be parried. Yeah, if you're paying attention, this is his only attack that can produce parries. Also from this comment here, he shoots out a pink card every 3 normal cards. And if you read this guy's response, he may shoot 1 or 2. Just fucking great. So once you do enough damage, you enter phase 2, and you're greeted with what the fuck. So once you're in the second phase, you counter Jupiter, which is this big guy right here. And he also uses 3 attacks. His first attack is that he will slam down with his hands, and that will cause a shockwave, and then 7 spikes will come out of the ground. Next, he will turn into a fridge. Yep, that is a real attack, and will shoot out ice cubes. Some being big, some being medium sized. And these attacks will break into smaller ice cubes and bounce again. The big ice cubes will break twice. While this is happening, the freezer will open up and release icicles with wings that will swoop down towards you. You can shoot the icicles and some of them can be parried. But the thing is that I used a roundabout weapon, which sometimes accidentally hits the icicles, especially the pink ones, so getting parries for the S rank was basically impossible. Lastly, he'll roll to the other side at supersonic speeds. Sometimes he'll do a double and a triple whammy, including going into the air. After dealing enough damage, Jupiter would have a tummy problem and then fucking explodes. He then climbs up these platforms in order to get to his 3rd and final phase. So in this phase, there are 5 platforms that spin around the center, and just like the other 2 phases, Mortimer, who is now Snowflake, will have 3 attacks. His first attack is cranking one out right in front of me and therefore popping his eye out, which will shoot out a vertical beam 5 times. It will also curve back towards him. His next attack is Mort's hand will pop out and will create 3 buckets that will split into moon projectiles as soon as they hit the wall. One of the 3 buckets can be parried. Lastly, there are 5 ice cream cones that will aim inwards. Oh yeah, one more thing. Mort can flip himself over and move side to side, so the attacks like the eye laser will start from the bottom and end at the top. After dealing enough damage, you finally defeat Mortimer Freeze. S tier, you fucking melon. Next up is Moonshine Mob. So the first thing we fight is a giant spider called Charlie Left Legs. He will travel on and off screen and perform one of these attacks. He will either kick a caterpillar that bounces around the screen, though it can be shot. You then use a rotary phone to call for backup against the mug. Then flies will come out of the background to the foreground and they will move around. These can also be shot and killed. Lastly, he will press a button that will drop down bombs. These bombs will explode when you're near them. There are also some ants that will use a pesticide and will aim at Charlie. These gas can deal damage to you, but they can also deal damage to Charlie as well. Well, they will little damage and they will miss 99.99% of the time, but the chances are not zero. Also, some of the pesticide can be pink and can be parried. Next up is Madcap Maddie. She basically dances on the middle of the row of the platforms, while a gramophone blasts a 6-way wave which rotates around the stage. 3 of them rotate clockwise and the other 3 will spin counterclockwise. The waves change colour between green, yellow and red. You can walk through the green and yellow colour and be fine, but if it's the red, yeah, that's a no-go. Now you could just stay between the rays, or you can dash through them, but with this chalice, you have an invulnerability roll. So I just went to the wall on the second layer and used the roundabout so I hit all my shots. I rolled if I was about to get hit. Also there are barrels and ant cops that run across the bottom and top players. The barrels have a chance to be pink so they can be parried. After we head over to phase 3. This is Sydney's Snout and Hot Top Harold. So Sid uses his snout to perk around the 3 platforms. He will fully extend his snout all the way to eat some ant cops and fly mobs like a regular Thursday, then splits them out. They'll then form a ball-like shape and start bouncing around the screen. He will sometimes fake an extended attack and his tongue can be parried. We then continue this until the self is completed. And that's the end of the phase. Oh shit. So in teeny tiny phase 4, Harold uses a megaphone to create sound waves that will aim directly towards you. They're also really fast, and some of the sound waves can be parried. After you deal enough damage, the real announcer will clear his throat and will say knockout, and that's when you know you defeated the boss. B tier. Next up is the Howling Aces. Now this level is a wee bit different than the other. You see, it's a plane level, but you're not controlling the plane. Well, you are, but there's an NPC called Canteen Hughes, which is actually from Inco Out 1. He flies the plane. We just control whether it's from the left or right by standing on the corresponding wing. First we have this massive dog, which will have 2 attacks. One of them is when he'll go on a jetpack and hold Tom from Inco Out 3. He squeezes him to spit out 3 yarn balls that he can jump over or duck under. Another attack he will do is slowly fall from his hat and he will flex 3 times, which will cause bones to come out from his tattoo. These bones fly towards you and back. Some of those bones can be parried. And on the enemy plane, the Yankee Yippers inside these hatches will come out and throw a tennis ball. After a certain amount of damage is dealt, the dog ship flies on screen and fires a fire hydrant missile at random locations, but they can be shot down. We then move on to phase 2. Your plane slightly rises up and the Yankees from before flies around the plane. The Yippers will shoot out letters that spell out bow or wow, according to the wiki. The letters move towards your last location. Some of the letters can be pink. Each puppy has its own health, and once they're knocked out, their jetpacks will start to smoke and explode. Once all those puppies are gone, we now enter the last phase. The ship comes back and actually grabs the screen. Then laser waves will pop onto the screen, which you have to dodge in order to not get hit. Shooting the laser machine actually depletes the total health. You'll see a pink laser that will be directly towards you, which either need to timely jump out before the shock, or parry it with a jump dash or dash parry. The ship twists your screen counterclockwise and opens its mouth. This is where Sergeant O'Fara is hiding. She then starts button smashing and then balls will fly towards you. Once they reach a certain point, they'll fly across your screen. The way to dodge them is entirely dependent on their colour. That sounds a bit racist out of context. The red balls will fly across your leg height, so you need to jump in order to dodge them. The yellow balls will fly across your head height, so you'll have to duck. She'll then twist your camera again, counterclockwise, so now you're upside down. She'll then repeat these 2 attacks and spin your camera around until you defeat her. She needs to be in A tier and I need to go to the physio office ASAP. So now we have 2 bosses left, Esther Winchester and Chef Saltbaker. And you obviously know Chef Soulbreaker is going to be last, so I'm going to fight Esther. But at this time, I was like, can't be asked to fight a plain boss. But then we have the Holy Grail, the Broken Relic. Now you may be wondering, what? I don't understand. How the fuck is that thing going to help? Well, let me explain, sunshine. While you are correct, this alone won't help me at all, but this can evolve into the Cursed Relic, and evolve again into the Divine Relic, which is what we need to 100% the DLC. So first need to buy the Broken Relic, then head over to this podium here. There'll be 3 NPCs called Lumen, Digby and Prime. Speak to them from 1st to 3rd place. And remember them saying directional words like up, down, up left, or down left in the dialogue. Side note, this is random for every save file, so you will have a different outcome. You then head over to the graveyard in the DLC. You then want to interact with the gravestones with the corresponding directions you got. You'll then be asked if you want to take a nap. Yes please, I can finally rest, oh for fuck's sake. You'll be now in the boss battle with the angel and the devil, which is actually a secret level I was on about earlier, since it's not on the boss checklist in the menus. So now you're in a fight. Shit. So this is how the battle goes. And by the way, this is only one phase and no adjustable difficulty. So this is a strange battle. Both of the devil and angel will throw projectiles and attacks. The angel will summon 3 transparent rings, and the third one will have a pink glow to it. The devil summons 3 fireballs, and the 4th one can be pink so it can be parried. The angels create a wall of water, while the devil creates a wall of fire. There's also a cloud platform that swings from side to side, with lightning bolt under it. So in this battle, the devil is always going to be the one that you face towards, and the attacks can also switch mid-fight. So this fight isn't really that bad, but it's confusing at the beginning. In my opinion, beta. So once you beat the secret boss, your useless Broken Relic will now become slightly less useful, the Cursed Relic, which if you didn't know, will randomize your weapons, even the ones you haven't bought yet, when you're fighting a boss. You'll also be at 1 HP, and all the charms will have a reduced and less effective versions of the regular charms. Now you may be thinking, Moose, this is still crap. And yeah, you're right, but you can't upgrade the Cursed Relic all the way to the Divine Relic, and the way to do that is to fight some bosses with the Cursed Relic. And once you defeat a boss, you'll get some points. You need a total of 16 in order to get the Divine Relic. You will get 2 points for every boss in Inkwell R1, 2.5 for every boss in Inkwell R2, 3 points for every boss defeated in Inkwell R3, and the Devil and Chef Soulbreaker can get 4 points. I fought every boss in Inkwell R1, except Hildeberg, cause fuck her. Then for Bonbon and Dimji in Inkwell R2, and lastly Honey Bottoms in Inkwell R3. And now I got the Divine Relic, which is quite powerful against normal bosses, but amazingly powerful against plain bosses, since instead of switching over to a weapon which you would want to like in a normal boss, there's only 2 weapons in the plain boss, which is a lot easier to manage. So now we can get into the Esther Winchester fight. So during this phase, Esther will always spawn on the top half of the screen, but she will occasionally move down and back again during this battle. She will pull out 2 bottles of the good old snake oil and shoot them towards you, but then make a U-turn till the end of the screen. They then turn to 2 black, oily, buff men. Nah, they turn to snakes. Their flying path is one will fly above and the other below you. Another attack she will do is she will throw a lasso and a massive cactus will stay on the screen for a bit. The cactus can either go to the top or bottom. Throughout the entire boss fight, there's some enemies that are making my life live in hell. First, there are these flying horses that spit out a spiky cactus ball at you, which sometimes can be pink and can be parried, but they can be shot down with enough damage. Next, we have a vulture that will fly across and drop a stick of dynamite, and once it hits the floor, it will spin into a wave of 4 sticks and then a wave of 3 sticks. After doing enough damage, we enter phase 2 of this fight. So Esther only has 2 attacks in this phase. Her first attack is that she will use a vacuum and suck up all the gold, coins and cash. She will also forcefully drag you closer to her. Then after a bit of time, she will turn those valuables into safes and blast them into the air. They'll then fall to the ground. They'll be destroyed by hitting the ground, and then items will fly towards you. And then some of those items can be parried. After dealing enough damage, you'll enter phase 3, and she'll turn into a sausage. So this phase is similar to the first, where she'll either be on top or the bottom area. She'll constantly spit out stakes towards you, and they will do a loop pattern. And sometimes they can be parried. And then throughout this phase, there will be cans of beans that have propellers on them, and they can either be from the top, bottom, or even in the middle. Like, why? And the opposite direction of the propeller, a string of beans will spew out. After dealing enough damage, Esther will turn to a tin and she will attack by releasing 2 long chains of sausage. They'll float up and down like an adjustable V-shaped thing and occasionally crossing each other. So in order to not get hit, there will occasionally be gaps in the chain they can slip through. Also, Esther's picture on the tin will spit out 5 or 6 jalapenos in a spread shot formation. Sometimes the jalapenos can be pink and you can parry them. And then once you do enough damage towards her, Esther will be defeated. So with the Divine Relic, this was super easy. No. No. Oh my days. No. Oh crap. I don't miss. Oh shit. Pardon me. Okay, never mind. But I did defeat it in the end. Ooh, yes. Did I do it? No? Did I get an S rank? Hopefully I got an S rank. Did I get an S rank on me? I got an S rank, guarantee. Yes! S tier. We now enter the last boss I need to fight in order to complete this challenge. Chef Soulbaker, but in expert mode. In short, this is how I feel about his expert mode battle. Like, even though I got 2 hearts, kinda wanna do this phase still because... No, oh, come on, how does the leaf kill me? Oh, come on. No. Okay, let's just use a chaser for a little bit. Never mind, because I'm gonna fucking die. Or if I just dodge like this. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh. Boy, oh boy. How is one supposed to dodge all these things and still have sanity? Oh my days. Okay, what if I just use chaser this entire round? Oh, come on. Oh my, I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, that would have been so bad. Oh my days, oh my days, oh my god. Okay, just small movements. Keep track, never mind, just get fucked by, I don't know what it is, yellow, colourful salt, pepper. No. Oh please, phase end. Oh please, just aim onto the animal crackers! Fuck off. This phase is ass. You are ass. I hate you so much. Oh my fuck. Oh, please just peg me already. Thank you. Fuck. Oh, my nose is itchy. I slapped my forehead and my nose is itchy. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. I've got an itchy nose. You have a nose made of glass. Wait, let me try my nose. That's better. First, come back here. I'm so incompetent. All my days. I hate myself. I hate myself and I hate you. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. Why the big mouth. I have a big mouth and I jinxed myself. God damn it. No, why did I dash? Go. No. Please don't. Please. Please. Ah! Stop it. Stop. Try me, bitch. Please. Oh my god. Oh. Help. I don't know I'm saying help. Oh my days. What? No, all my days are forcibly hitting the head. Oh, like this. Like that's like piss pat. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. This is ass. What am I supposed to do? You can't do anything when the lines and the cookies are there. What? What? Excuse me, what? Did I not press triangle on that parable thing?
A great
Yeah, this guy's more of a devil than the devil himself. Like, seriously, why in his first phase he'll have 4 attacks and also a passive attack? Oh my god. I died so many times in the first phase alone, I could actually feel some sort of pleasure by Glumstone ripping my ass and Charlie left legs crawling into my mouth and laying eggs into my lungs. Okay, maybe not that, but my point still stands. Anyway, let's just get into the fight. So in the first phase, he'll perform 4 attacks, like I mentioned before. One of his moves is that he would pull out a massive sugar cube and will break it into smaller pieces and then blow them away. Those sugar cubes will then fly onto the screen in a wavy pattern. Some of those sugar cubes can be parried. His next attack is that he will slice and dice some limes and then push them. And then 5 limes will fly onto the screen, either starting from the top or starting from the bottom. They then act like a boomerang or go back to where they came from. Third attack, Saltbaker will chuck in some animal shaped cookies and then 8 cookies will bounce on their way from one side of the screen to another. They can be shut down so you can make the fight a little bit easier. Last attack, Saltbaker will squish some berries and they will fly to the top of the screen. Then 16 berries will fly onto the foreground. While this is happening, there are 2 flames that will jump down and go towards you. Because that's exactly what I need right now when there's a bunch of food attacking me. Now in theory they're all pretty simple, but when you mix them all together, I would rather boil my eyes and swallow. Yeah. After dealing enough damage, you can finally get to the hardest phase in the entire game, and now we enter phase 2. So in phase 2, he will summon 4 pepper shakers on each corner of the screen. Those pepper shakers will sneeze and peppercorn will fly out of them. Some of those peppercorns can be parried. You have to deal damage to all those peppercorns and that will damage Saltbaker. While you need to do this, there will be some pineapple mint leaves that will fall from the ceiling. And just like phase 1, there are 2 fucking flames that will linger in the palms of Saltbaker. Bitches. After dealing enough damage, Saltbaker will let me crack. and then we enter phase 3. He's just salt. Anyway, in this phase, there will be 2 salt clones of Chef Saltbaker and they will fall onto the ground and start bouncing side to side. While they're bouncing around like ballerinas, there will be 2 sword blades on the floor and they'll move side to side. And then after enough damage is dealt, we enter his final phase. We then face against the heart of Saltbaker. In this phase, there are platforms that you constantly need to move vertically, or jumping. You must shoot the heart while jumping onto the platforms. Also, his heart is pink, so you can parry it, and you can also parry it multiple times afterwards. After you beat this phase, you've completed the DLC of Cuphead, and I can finally finish this stupid challenge. Why did I do this? Why did I have to do 300% Cuphead? I could have just played Terraria, and it would be fine. Why did I decide to do this bullshit? I could just play Terraria or Satisfactory. Something where I'm much more less angry in. No. I wanted to do Cuphead because I thought it'd be funny. It's not funny. This is annoying and I hate it. I hate life. Oh, actually really good this round. This time. But actually I'm gonna fuck up here. Okay. Okay. I got a couple more health I could do. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. Oh, I'm gonna fuck up here, I guarantee I am. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck up because that's what I do. Because I just love to fuck things up. Oh, yes! Yes! I did it! Oh, yes! Oh, fuck me! Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, I'd be done with this stupid video. Oh, boo. You think you'd have that bad? I just tried to defeat you, and you are Peter Poo. Yes! Look at that! Take a look! Look. 200% the base game, 100% the DLC, 300%. I did it. Okay, one thing I want to do before I finish the video is I want to check how many times I've died. Holy shit. 224 times. S tier. Fuck me, I want to die. Subscribe, like, and please kiss my ass in the comments.